Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright, we're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram right now and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, more information has came out about the alleged snitch, Kenneth Copeland, aka YSL Woody. Alright, in the whole YSL case, it had, paperwork started surfacing recently, and it included a name that gave up some information on some YSL members, including Young Thug. And once again, like I said, the name is Kenneth Copeland, and everybody has described him and identified him as YSL Woody. Now, here's the thing, right? It goes back. His girlfriend, Aaliyah Jackson, I think that she was onto something when it comes to, trying to aid and embed a fugitive, if you want to say, in a lack of better words, but pretty much trying to help him because she knew that there was an ongoing investigation on him back then. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because the indictment tells us that some of these situations go as far as 2012. It goes back to 2012. Where they said the YSL guys are responsible for over 50 murders in the Atlanta area, and 75 to 80% of all the violent crimes come from them. That's what they're alleging. So now when you put two and two together and you add up the times from when Kenneth Copeland, aka YSL Woody, was actually arrested, which was in 2021, up until when YSL and everybody was indicted, now you see where the correlation comes in, because he did what he did so he could get a time reduction or whatever it was. Well, because we got to keep it alleged. It's not 100% that he told. However, we seen the paperwork, but to protect us, we gotta say alleged. But anyway, let's get into this story first, right, with the girlfriend. Now, Aaliyah Jackson, 27, was arrested October 29th, 2021, just 2 days after the arrest of her boyfriend, Kenneth Copeland, aka YSL Woody. Now, Jackson will face counts of tampering with evidence in violation of oath of office for concealing information about Kenneth and also getting in the way of an investigation. So what she did, she put her job on the line, her career, her livelihood for this guy, and foolish mistake, because now his whole character is ruined, and hers as well, because he ended up telling. So all that she went through, lost her job to pretty much aid and embed a snitch. Alright, now everything started when Kenneth was pulled over while driving Aaliyah Jackson's car, and officers found a gun inside during a traffic stop and arrested Kenneth, right? They were subjected to search his car because he also was driving on a suspended license. Now, y'all know usually when you get stopped, like a traffic infraction, they don't usually search your car if everything is good with you. They run your name for warrants. They make sure the registration good. They make sure insurance good, everything. But if one of those don't add up, or you just wrong somewhere within those lines, now they subjected to search your car. In his case, he had a suspended license. I don't know where you guys are, but where I'm at, you could get arrested for that, depending on the policeman that you actually come across. Now, anyway, it says he was charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. In addition to driving on a suspended license and 2 counts of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, Kenneth was also charged with reckless driving, possession of a vehicle with an altered VIN, misdemeanor willful obstruction of law enforcement, participation in criminal street gang activity, and possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. So he was riding dirty. And here's what I don't understand, right? If you got all that in the car, if you riding around, especially a weapon, why would you have a suspended license. It just don't make sense to me. You got all this going on. He done even altered the VIN number. Now, there's no word whether, he instructed Jackson, his girlfriend, to, destroy evidence or tamper with any evidence. Maybe she did it on her own recognizance. Who knows? That part isn't clear yet. But I'm assuming that Jackson either didn't want to be embarrassed and have it known that she was dating Kenneth due to who he was and who she was. So she decided to delete his Instagram account, which also police believe was filled with gang activity on his social media. And it didn't stop there neither, because Aaliyah went as far as getting access to Kenneth's phone, trying to disable it after it was already confiscated and held for evidence. So she went above and beyond. Once again, I don't know if she did that out of her own recognizance or he instructed her to do so. But whatever it is, she got caught tampering with evidence, right? Now, we also learned that she did this and tipped Kenneth off after learning that Kenneth was one of the subjects of an operation being conducted by the Multi-Agency Crack Enforcement Task Force, which is targeting drug dealers and gang members across Metro Atlanta area. Now, I'm also assuming that this is where the YSL indictment stems from as well. And he may have already knew, and maybe this is where he went left and told on some of the YSL members, whether it was for a time reduction or something, I don't know. But now it makes sense as to why he would tell and be the weakest link, because he was already involved in the situation. So they attacked him for information going, incongruent to the to the indictment. They used him and his information because he was already in a situation. But they was probably already investigating the YSL. Not probably, they was investigating the whole YSL thing going on. So when he got arrested for what he got arrested for, they noticed he was probably one of the subjects. And then within there, they asked for information, probably for a time reduction in that case. And then that's when he rolled over and snitched. We already know that the law enforcement was targeting YSL and other gangs, especially in their efforts to take down Young Thug. So back to the story. Right now, Leah Jackson was booked into the Fulton County jail the same day she was arrested and was released one day later on a $100,000 bond, according to online jail records. Now, she was placed on administrative leave, but shortly after being with the department since 2017, she decided to resign. And it makes sense because, of course, she don't want to be the person. You go into your precinct or your jail, whatever the case may be, and now everybody looking at you crazy or looking at you funny. And you start getting labeled as a girl that tried to help her boyfriend out of jail, tampering with evidence and everything. So she decided to resign. Now, I got to follow up and do my homework a little more, see what came out of her case. 9 times out of 10, she's not going to get hit too hard. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Probably try to make an example out of her, but all she did was tamper with witness evidence, try to disable his phone and his Instagram. That's not too crazy. And plus, they already got him. So, I don't know. But like I said, just seeing this story, it kind of made me think that this is why they were able to get certain information on Young Thug through him, because he already had a case. He already had something going on. So it all makes sense when you pay attention. So it's kind of interesting, man. As more information come out, I'm definitely going to keep you guys updated, and we're going to discuss this a little more, all right? Y'all jump in the comments, let me know how you feel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping, and I'm out.